Welcome to the third audio snippet on our series on the fourth way. These snippets serve as the base for our free online classrooms, where we will discuss and elaborate on the thoughts and principles of the system in an interactive setting. Furthermore, a full version of the audiobook is available for registered members. You are welcome to join. Links are in the description. Now, let's continue.
Then there are two other functions which no system of ordinary psychology divides and understands in the right way: instinctive function and moving function. Instinctive refers to the inner work of the organism: digestion of food, beating of the heart, breathing. These are instinctive functions. To instinctive function belong also ordinary senses: sight, hearing, smell, taste, touch, the feeling of cold and warmth, things like that. And this is all, really. Of outer movements, only simple reflexes belong to instinctive function, because more complicated reflexes belong to moving function. It is very easy to distinguish between instinctive and moving functions. We do not have to learn anything that belongs to instinctive function. We are born with the capacity to use all the instinctive functions. Moving functions, on the other hand, all have to be learned. A child learns to walk, to write, and so on. There is a very great difference between the two functions, since there is nothing inherent in moving functions, and instinctive functions are all inherent. So in self-observation, it is necessary first of all to divide these four functions, and to classify at once everything that you observe, saying, this is intellectual function, this is emotional function, and so on. If you practice this observation for some time, you may notice some strange things. For instance, you will find that what is really difficult in observing is that you forget about it. You start to observe, and your emotions connect with some kind of thought, and you forget about self-observation. Again, after some time, if you continue this effort to observe, which is a new function not used in the same way in ordinary life, you will notice another interesting thing, that generally you do not remember yourself. If you could be aware of yourself all the time, then you would be able to observe all the time, or in any case as long as you liked. But because you cannot remember yourself, you cannot concentrate, and this is why you will have to admit that you have no will. If you could remember yourself, you would have will and could do what you liked. But you cannot remember yourself, you cannot be aware of yourself, and so you have no will. You may sometimes have will for a short time, but it turns to something else, and you forget about it. This is the situation, the state of being, the state from which we have to start self-study. But very soon, if you continue, you will come to the conclusion that almost from the very beginning of self-study you have to correct certain things in yourself which are not right, to arrange certain things which are not in their right places. The system has an explanation for this.
In this snippet, Ouspensky talks about the fact that the system views man as a machine without the possibility of free will. This is one of the main topics of metaphysics in the Western philosophical tradition, where many different positions exist on this topic. What are your thoughts about that? Is man a machine? Does man have any kind of free will? Please share your thoughts in the comments. If these snippets have any value to you, please consider subscribing to our channel. Thanks for watching.